So, if you guys knew me in real life, there's something that would become immediately obvious, which is the fact that I have very slight OCD tendencies. For those of you who don't know what that is, it stands for obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, I don't have full out OCD. I just have little things in my day-to-day life that bother me, but they really shouldn't. And they're not things that I can control, but they just really, really bother me. The place I noticed this the most was when I was in school. I had all my different notebooks for all my different classes, and each and every one of those notebooks was extremely well put together. They all had tabs, and they were really neat and cautious, and everything had a place. However, my locker was quite possibly the messiest locker in the school. My notebooks were fine. They were probably some of the best notebooks in the school. But then when it got time to go to my locker, I would just get really annoyed, and I would just shove everything in there. There were times when I had to lean up against my locker in order to close it. It may have got stuck a few times, and I had to ask my coach to help me open it. Another example of how my OCD tendencies apply to school is the papers themselves. My handwriting is extremely neat. I have actually been known to rewrite a paper written in pen if I made a mistake, just because I don't like the way it looks. Things like that make me think that I'm a bit of a perfectionist. However, at the same time, I am also extremely impatient. I want everything to be done perfectly, very, very quickly. For example, if I try very, very hard and take all the time I need, I can draw some pretty decent stuff. However, if I don't take my time, I end up with some really weirdly proportioned stuff. Like this picture of Captain Jack Sparrow. What is his head? I don't even know. Also, even though very tiny things bother me, my room is an absolute wreck. You can probably tell from the backgrounds of my videos that my bed is never made, because I am extremely lazy. See that? Sorry. However, just the other day, my mom told me to clean my room, and I didn't really make a big deal about it, but inside I was screaming. It wasn't necessarily that I didn't want to clean my room, I just didn't want my room to be clean. Because here's the thing. Every single time I clean my room, I lose track of every single thing I own. I can't be the only person that does this. And I put things where they're supposed to go. Or at least I think it's where they're supposed to go. It's just I know exactly where everything is when it's a mess, and then when I fix it, it's gone. Plus, my brain just seems to work better in a messy environment. Don't know why. I hate when you have a book series and the books aren't all the same. Now, a lot of you may be wondering what I'm talking about, so I'll show you. This is one of my very favorite books of all time. It's called The Mysterious Benedict Society. This is the first one. This is the second one, and then boom, hardcover. Why? You have a book series on a shelf, and they look so perfect when they're all together. But when you put these on a shelf, that is too tall. That bothers me. I'm sure you could probably tell by now. I am also an extremely schedule-oriented person. For example, when I am doing my school, a lot of times with homeschooling, it's cool because you can do what subjects you want, whenever you want, as long as you get them done. But I have a schedule that I force myself to follow, because that's what makes sense to me. There are lots of other little things that bother me in day-to-day life. Sometimes it has to do with people. But I want to know what you guys think. I'm sure there's some of you out there that have OCD tendencies. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, I hate lighting, guys. Freaking heck.